and welcome back. It's so good to have you back at Kathleen's Kitchen. Today we're going to be making pancakes. Now I'm using the recipe that we have in the Brookfield cookbook. If you don't have the recipe in the cookbook, we're going to be sending digital copies out soon so you can follow along with the actual digital copy. But first, let's go through what you're going to need for this recipe. You're going to need 3 tablespoons of melted butter. You can tell I already melted it in the microwave. You're going to need 1 1/4 cups of milk. You're going to need 1 large egg, baking powder, all-purpose flour, sugar, and table salt. So let's talk about our dry ingredients first. You're going to need 1 1/2 cups of all-purpose flour, 3 tablespoons of sugar, 1/2 teaspoon of salt, and 3 teaspoons of baking powder. Now baking powder is going to be what makes it rise and gets fluffy. Now I've already added my dry ingredients in the bowl. I'm going to take my whisk and I'm going to combine my dry ingredients with my whisk quickly. So now that's it. It's a nice homogeneous, meaning that it's well mixed. Now I'm going to take my wet ingredients. So my butter is already melted, and very important, guys, I put the milk in the microwave for a little bit, for about 30 seconds, just to heat it up. You don't want to put cold milk into your warm butter. If you put cold milk into your warm butter, it's basically gonna solidify the butter again, and then you're going to have like little butter pieces, and we don't want that. So I'm gonna add my milk, and you can see that the butter is still staying melted, which is very important. Now I'm gonna take my egg. Crack my egg very carefully. We don't want to have any eggshells. And there we go. Got my large egg in there. And then I'm going to use the same whisk. And I'm going to whisk up my wet ingredients. You just want to make sure that you're whisking well to combine. And that the egg is completely mixed in to your butter and to your milk mixture. Now once that's finished, I'm going to come back over to my dry ingredients. And I'm going to make a little well in the center, okay? See how I'm doing that with my hand? Okay, there's like a little divot. It kind of looks like a volcano. And I'm going to pour my wet ingredients into my dry ingredients. And now I'm going to take my whisk and I'm going to start to whisk it. Okay, now again, we want to make sure that everything is nicely combined. And it's starting to look like a good batter. Try to do this upside down. All right, so now once my batter is combined, I can add some mix-ins. Now we're going to add chocolate chips. I'm going to add 1/2 cup of semi-sweet chocolate chips into this. If you wanted to, you could add sprinkles, you could add blueberries, you could add whatever your favorite mix-in is. And now I'm just going to fold the chocolate chips into my batter. So they're all folded in, they're all coated, which is great. And my batter's ready to go. So I'm gonna take my batter over to my griddle. So I have a nonstick griddle here. I've preheated the griddle, so it's already hot. Now, if you don't have a nonstick griddle, you can use a nonstick skillet, or you can use a regular skillet. If you're using a regular skillet that hasn't been coated, you wanna make sure that you're putting cooking spray down or enough butter to make sure that your pancakes are not sticking. So I'm going to come over here. I'm going to put a little butter onto my skillet because butter makes everything better. Okay, see, and my skillet's already preheated. It's nice and warm. This is going to ensure that my pancakes cook pretty quickly. All right, now, I'm going to take my pancake batter. Okay. And I'm going to pour it onto the hot griddle. Now I know at school we've added some fun things like crushed Oreos and sprinkles. You can even dye them if you wanted to. If you have any food coloring on hand, you can dye them to your favorite color. Just remember, when you're adding food coloring, don't add too much, or else it's going to take a long time for your pancake to be done. You're adding a little bit more liquid. now I have my pancakes on my griddle. I'm going to raise the heat a little bit. And important things. You know, sometimes it could be a little intimidating to flip your pancake. You're not sure if it's ready. You don't want to have a wet goo when you're about to flip. The important thing to look for is basically these little bubbles. See how the bubbles are starting to form around my pancake on the edges or on the perimeter? That's a good sign. That means that my pancake is starting to cook and it's going to be ready to flip. So I'm going to take my spatula and I'm going to flip my pancake. Now, the one side's already done. We're going to do the same thing for the other side. I like to give it a little tap too, just to make sure that everything is going to be cooking evenly. Okay, I'm going to come over here. I'm going to flip my other guy. And this big guy looks like he's almost ready to go. Now you can double check your pancake by flipping it over and again patting it, making sure that nothing's coming out of it. And that means that your pancake is finished. Now if you want them a little darker, keep them on a little bit more. Enjoy your pancakes with your favorite toppings, syrup, confectioner, sugar, whipped cream. Have a great day. If you have any questions, please put it in the comments section below. If there are any videos that you would like me to make, please put it in the comments below. I hope to see you all soon. Have a great day. Bye.